Welcome, everyone. It's Mad, and today we're going to talk about Max Monday's Scorbunny on March 31st. Let's light a fire under us and get started. All right, for Max Monday schedule, Scorbunny is our last unit in March on the last day. Hopefully, your weather is not like a lion and more like a lamb, so you can enjoy our Max Monday. But let's go over Scorbunny. All right, so for Dynamax Scorbunny, it's weak to ground, rock, and water. So obviously, Excadrill, Inteleon, or Gmax Blastoise or Kingler is going to be your top choices to take down Scorbunny. It's not going to be all that hard. It's a 1-star. It's a pillow fight. But interestingly, Scorbunny takes reduced damage from Bug, Fairy, Fire, Grass, Ice, and Steel. Overall, I consider that a pretty nice spread, but its defense is relatively low. It's not the lowest. Darumaka is going to be the lowest. Stamina's decent, and attack is above average, but with fire, most units have pretty good attack. CP that you're going to be looking for is 627 for the Hundo. I'll be shooting for the 590s because that's just the way I roll. So hopefully you'll do better than I do. All right, for evolving to Cinderace, you do not gain or lose any weaknesses, so you still have ground, rock, and water. Cinderace takes reduced damage from the same as well, so Bug, Fairy, Fire, Grass, Ice, and Steel. Its attack is still low, but it's higher than Charizard's. Damage-wise, it only beats D-Max. Defense is a little lower than I'd like it for any type of tanks, along with its HP. The defense and HP just don't really add up all that much. For the evolution, we're talking about 125 candy. Scorbunny to Reboot, which is my favorite form of the 3 evolutions, and then Reboot to Cinderace. All right, for Cinderace, we have 2 fast moves. One's a 0.5 seconds, one's is a 1 second. The speed doesn't matter for Cinderace because personally, I do not expect to use Cinderace as a tank at all. So you're only going to be using it as a finisher. Tackle is normal, which is not what you're looking for. Instead, you want Fire Spin so you can have the Fire Dynamax move as it is a fire unit. For charge moves, you're not going to see very many, if any, attacks with Cinderace, and they're going to hit like a marshmallow. So you have Flame 4 and Flame Charge and Focus Blast. All right, we're going to do what's most interesting is the damage capability by fire. Unfortunately, Cinderace is no longer a powerhouse for attack. Back in the early days, it was our best fire attacker, but now with Moltres, Darmanitan, and Gmax Charizard, we definitely have better choices. Personally, if you have a D-Max only and you don't have a Gmax Charizard, you're definitely going to be looking at Darmanitan as your main attacker. If you're going to be wanting to use a fire tank, Moltres is your first choice, followed by Charizard. So all in all, right now, Cinderace just doesn't have much of a niche, but overall, it's still going to be a little worthwhile to hunt. But hunting, as I say, for Scorbunny is going to be easy. It's a 1-star battle. Excadrill is going to just absolutely nuke it. I will probably use Kingler because Kingler can beat it without having to Dynamax. My Excadrill is actually too strong. So is it really worth at all going for it? I'm going to say right now, currently, Scorbunny is not needed at all for max battles. There are other fire units, and to be quite frankly, all the other fire units have more worth than Scorbunny, which kind of hurts. I like Scorbunny. Scorbunny just doesn't have the defense like Moltres or Charizard does, and the attack by Darumaka is just way too much stronger over Scorbunny. But the main reason to go after Scorbunny is to farm XL candies for Gmax, as we will get Scorbunny for Gmax at some point, and Gmax is going to be our fire attacker of the future. When we will get this Gmax, we have no idea. Interestingly enough, we've already seen Blastoise be replaced with Kingler, but we haven't seen any of the starters take over for anyone else. So at this point, we don't really have a good guess. But if I have to guess, it's going to be within the next 6 months or so. So I think Scorbunny will be coming out relatively soon, only because Blastoise has been taken over by Kingler, and other units need a little bit, or elements need a little bit more pumping up, and Fire's definitely one of them. All right, what should you focus on the week of the 31st? We do have Chansey, Krabby, Scorbunny, Squirtle, and Squilvet. We are not focusing on Squilvet. There is no need for Squilvet anymore. Squirtle, Blastoise is a good water tank, but it is my number 4. Number 3 right now is Scorbunny, even though I am actually going to try and farm it a bit this week because I do need the candies overall. But for most players, I would consider it number 3. Chansey is the number 2. Chansey, even though I will say that there isn't much of a use for it in a lot of the meta, we still don't, until once we get Gmax Snorlax, we won't get potentially a lot of chances to get Chansey afterwards. And I do expect Chansey to actually be stronger and more useful much later down the line for Gmax and Dynamax, once we get really strong and powerful tanks. And they will pair really, really well together. But right now, with the tanks that we're using, Gmax Snorlax is going to fit just a little better overall because it will be able to use a pretty powerful attack on its 3rd attack. And Chansey's not the greatest tank, but it still has uses, so I put it number 2. But to be quite frank, 2, 3, and 4 are pretty close to each other. And for number 1, it's Krabby. It's a good water attacker. It's not the best, but if you have a Gmax Krabby and you need candy, go farm Krabby right now. All in all, though, this is a week where you're really more farming for candy than anything else. So if you have a Pokemon that you want to use your max points to upgrade their abilities instead, March 31st is definitely going to be a good week to do so. And with that, that's all I have. Please like and subscribe. That really helps my channel grow. More importantly, if you have any questions, comments, or anything that you would like to see, comment down below. I tend to respond to most comments to the best of my ability. And on top of it, if there are ideas, I try to make videos for that as well. And it generally allows me to hone in on stuff that you guys are most interested in. Also, you can get a hold of me on my Twitch, twitch.tv/madguru. If I am live, I am happy to answer any questions about Pokemon Go. I try, even if it's future questions and theory crafting, we can do what is needed. But with that, that's all I have. I love to see you guys next time, but more importantly, I'll do even better. Or at least I'll try to. Thanks, y'all.